Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, and this is the Bipolar Perspective, presented to you by Noir Apologia Gaming. Like, subscribe, share, follow, but especially share. Everything here. I'm not Mr. Know-It-All, so and I am only me doing this, right? So that's the deal on that. And when you share with people, you get the information out. You're helping me. You really are. You're helping me do what I'm doing here, and I appreciate it. Which goes into this next subject: training, fighting yourself here. Scenarios, coming up with scenarios that you may get into, and it helps you come up with more scenarios, so you're prepared for whatever it is that you're preparing it for. Now, I came up with a video. I find it funny. The video that I said this, stop fighting yourself. I really should have named that one, stop fighting who you are. Because actually fighting yourself is what's going to help you, because you can't fight somebody else. I mean, you can train, you can debate with people, you can talk with people, you can have a conversation with people, but for the most part, when you fight yourself, you know yourself. So therefore, you're going to be able to counter your own stuff. If you can beat yourself, you made it. I mean it. You are right here, balanced it right here, because there isn't anyone that's going to be able to beat you then. No one. Because you know yourself and you know your enemy. Take this life I live. I have bipolar disorder and PTSD, as I said like a million times, and I'll have to say a million more times. Have fun. So check this out. I have bipolar disorder and PTSD. Bipolar disorder, which means that by nature, I'm always fighting myself. It sucks sometimes, to be honest with you. But it's also unbelievably good for me. Because I've had to deal with that kind of thing, all right? Because I've had to do that, I am unbelievably hardened when it comes to my emotions and so forth and so on. I'm not just going to let people in. I'm not gullible. I know enough to counter people's arguments. I can get into pretty much any conversation. And really, now I've always been kind of a thinking kind of guy like that, right? However, really, a lot of this, especially this business, came from me just sitting out on the balcony, and I had nothing to do, no purpose. So I would come up with scenarios of debating people. I would come up with scenarios on what I would say if I was in this scenario again. A lot of stuff from my past. Just thinking about how I would deal with stuff now. And that's fighting. You're in your head. You're doing your battle. Okay. Maybe you meet yourself at some point, and you get the Mortal Kombat music in the background. Anyway, but you're going to war with yourself. You're fighting yourself. It's your greatest enemy. Yourself is your greatest enemy. So therefore, training with yourself, you're training to beat. You're not going to be beatable. If you can beat yourself in battle, if you can outthink yourself, then you will win. You will win whatever it is you're doing. Trust me. That's how people, football players, anybody who's in sports will tell you, nobody's imagined hitting the final home run in a World Series. No kid. That's why it means so much to them when they do, because they've imagined it. You don't. It's not just practicing physically with the baseball or football or basketball. It is imagining you making that shot. That's doing battle. How are you going to do a crossover on somebody that doesn't ever fall for your crossovers? How are you going to beat that person? Then what if you're about to face a team that has a person on there that you just don't. They know your game, and you can't stop them. I bet you think about that. You think about that, and you think about that real hard. That's doing battle with yourself. You're doing battle not with that person necessarily. Well, maybe with that person, But my point is, if you're training with yourself, how would you do a crossover better against yourself? How's that person beating you? Do you see what I'm saying? Or same thing with football or baseball or any other sport. Um, I'd say golf, but golf's not a sport. Anyway, sorry. Because I am that age, it gets me to start thinking a certain way. Does that make sense? I'm not old, but I'm not young. I feel old most days. And with my health problems, it is what it is. But I do battle with myself all the time. This business, it's all I can think of. Like, what if someone does, when these videos start really becoming, when I really become really good at this, when these videos start really people watching them, because the information people do want to know. But think about this. I have already thought about scenarios in which the first time that someone wants to meet me and do a business deal with me, when that day happens, I'll be prepared for it, because they're not gonna mess me over. I learned from the streets, and it's just that's not gonna happen. So, but it's more than just that. That's great, Daryl. Bragging about that. I'm just saying to you that I've already thought about that scenario, or ads, and I'm just, all I'm doing is thinking and calculating. Now, I don't expect you guys to be like that, but imagine yourself, for example. Do you imagine yourself not getting a job or getting a job when you go for a job interview? That's doing battle with yourself. You are practicing in your head a scenario a day in which you may actually have that situation happen. Guys and girls, you've never done that with a boy or girl. Imagine in a day where you could be with that boy or girl. Come on, man. Yes, you have. Everyone does it. I love him. I love her. That person goes and puts you in the friend zone, and then you have to watch them be with everyone else and all your friends. Anyway, I digress. What? It's true. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, do battle with yourself. You can do battle with yourself. You're going to be able to do these steps better. And doing these steps are going to help you do battle. Didn't want the video to be long. Just informative. Just some food for thought about how to do these things. Not everybody has everything. Not everybody has anything. And some people don't know how. Some people don't know how. And that's what I'm here for. So that being said, may the Lord of Light guide you in all things. Goodbye.